Let me introduce y'all to this YouTube family, showing us the way to get out of debt gradually. My man Josh hold it down in the household, Christine dominating debt with a chokehold. And the kids, they are Grace and Zoe. Baby Tennessee, new addition to their story. Debt Kickin Sunday, daily vlogging. Dave Ramsey plan, gonna have us live large. And every day we'll see part of their lifestyle, how they budget and they keep things wrote down. See them work through the envelope system. No credit cards, only cash going with them. You will see how their family strives to survive with the budget plan. Help us understand, and daily vlogs show us how to have fun. When you hear this song, let me hear you say, debt is dumb. Debt is dumb, debt is dumb, debt is dumb. Let me hear you say it louder.
What up? What? So, the boyfriend is rocking his new swagger. What'd you just call it? Oh, you cracked me up.
My gangster?
He has a gangsta lean, he said. People are asking in the comments quickly, why do you have a gangsta lean?
I'm wearing my cool new shoes, my cool new boot.
I know. They want to know why. They've no.
I have a foot issue. And that's not fungus.
Say it 10 times.
Foot issue.
No.
What?
Plantar
fasciitis, I think is the word.
Plantar.
They could have just said torn ligament, and I would have been okay with that, but they had to put some technical name to it.
You had to come home and Google it. So his feet are in his left foot is in
So word of advice, if you have a sore foot, don't walk on it for 2 years like I did, because then the tear becomes permanent and it really doesn't heal.
Okay, who?
So if you have a sore foot, go in and get checked out.
Listen to your wife then. If you have a sore foot, listen to your wife.
Okay.
So they don't have to hear I told you so.
Alright.
Welcome to Kickin Sunday!
Okay, I gotta get something out first here. First zip it. I would like to give a sincere thank you to all of you that had prayers and sent your thoughts and stuff to my family. This family and the extended family that we had to go down to last week. I want to say thank you for that. You guys have no idea what that meant to the family, to see your guys' support coming through on our email as we were down there going through a difficult time. And I just want to truly, sincerely thank you for that.
You guys are the best.
You guys are great people. You have no idea what that did for us in the time that we were going through. So I want to say thank you for that.
Okay. Okay. Now moving on. Now that I'm a mess. Anything else you want to say? Okay. So you've noticed these videos. This video is up on Sunday. That's our new debt kicking Sunday.
What?
And the purpose is we're working really hard on Saturday, posting, editing, right? And
oh man, I'm just over there. Click, click, click.
To get up on Saturday, actually, all I have to do is hit publish. I work on Saturday, so hopefully all I have to do is hit publish on Sunday morning before we go off to church. And that way I can spend Sunday, the Sabbath day, and keep it holy and with my family.
Okay, so, we've had a 2.5-minute intro. Are we going to get to business here?
Yes. First question. Thank you, guys. If we don't get to your question, just say...
Ask it again.
Asking again, and then leave it for us, because we can't, unfortunately, in 15 minutes and then this rambling, we can't do it all. Okay, I just wanted to give you a little update. The way I think now, after you guys said I was being very negative, has changed. She left a comment, Yvonne, a while back ago, and we said just be aware of your attitude and your disposition and your energy and how, you know, and possibly change it if it needs to be changed. So anyway, I am going to start looking for a part-time job. I will work when my husband is off. That way he can watch our kids. Also, I was able to this last week, pay off one of my husband's medical bills from a few years back. I also wanted to ask if you have tried the yard sale online to sell things.
I'm assuming Craigslist?
No, I think it's something else. I haven't looked into it yet. I was just wondering. Thanks again for the tough love. It was a big help.
Anytime we can help.
Oh, big hugs. I'm so happy for you. I want you to know we weren't saying you have a bad attitude. Just, not just you, but everybody, including, you got to step back and look at yourself. And, you know, the pity parties and all that stuff that you could be having, because we've been there, guys. We know what it's like. Has to stop. Like, those days, you don't live like that anymore. You make a choice that you want a better life for yourself. And so I'm just so happy for you. We've just done Craigslist and garage sales. But I have a girlfriend who eBays, and that goes really well for her. Like, it's a side income. So that's pretty much all we stick to. Thank you for the update. I loved it. Love it, love it. How do you stay on your grocery budget when shopping? I always go over. Do you leave your bank cards at home when shopping on a budget?
Stay here. Answer that question.
Okay, so how do we stay? We just went grocery shopping. Budget shopping. Yeah. This is what happens when I'm by myself. I'm just kind of like a cat that cuts its whiskers and it's just like walking along. I'm lost.
So how we do a grocery is...
he missed it. That was a funny joke.
Was that a funny?
You were so...
Before we go, we do a spreadsheet like this that lists all of our dinners and lists our groceries, our canned food, our produce, our dairy, our meats, our frozen, and our household. So
it's like ant font size, so we can fit it all on there. That's why it's hard to read.
Yeah, but I'm just showing that we have a spreadsheet like this, and the color-coded things are because the color-coded ones are a different store, so we know not to buy those things at what store we're at. So we go to 2 different stores. We go to Winco and we go to Costco. We plan out all of our meals before we go shopping, and then all of the ingredients we need are on here to make those meals if we don't already have it at home. And so we've done this long enough that we put a dollar value on it. So at the bottom of the page here, we know before we even walk out the door how much money we're going to spend, and we're usually within about $5 or less.
However, we have been slightly going over our food budget lately. And a lot of people who watch our food vlogs that get posted on Fridays have said, whoa, you raised your food budget from $450 to $500 a month. Okay, let's address that real quick. We did that.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the cost of food has gone up.
It's ridiculous how much it's going up and how fast. And we do, not that she costs a ton of money, but we have a baby that eats fresh fruits and vegetables, and then we make
we homemade her food, so we have to buy more fruits and more vegetables than we were before. Plus, I don't know if you've noticed, the 2 other kids we got are growing up a little bit, and they are starting to consume a little bit more food.
Our nearly 10-year-old could eat us out of
the house. So it's not that we're buying more stuff.
We're not being frivolous. It's just the cost of stuff. The cost of food.
I mean, milk has gone up, cheese has gone up. I mean, everything has gone up. So there's that. Oh, and so the other part of that is we know what we've got here on our total. We take our cash that's in our grocery fund and we take that in. We do not use debit cards. And when we go through the line and they go, okay, it'll be $206 and I've got $200 cash left over, we pick something that's $6 and say we don't need that today.
Yeah. And another thing that you can, to get you to stay on budget that works, is we have $300 every 2 weeks that we spend. But actually, let me rephrase that. We have $250 every 2 weeks that we spend. $50 is household. Okay, so like toiletries, shampoos, things like that. So out of that $250, you could budget for like $200 or $175 if you're one of those grab happy people, and then you always stay on budget. I mean, grab within reason if you have to, but
when we go in,
good mental
when we go in, we stick to the list. If it's not on this list, it doesn't go in the cart. Most of the time.
We are human, guys. It does happen.
But we stick to budget, though. Like, if we were like, oh, we wanted a bag of chips, well, then we're like, well, we have to put the bag of carrots back to get the bag of chips.
We trade.
We trade.
Yeah. And sometimes there's just things we forgot that isn't on the list.
But we are not embarrassed anymore. If we get up there, like I said, we're $10 over, we're like, take these 2 things and take them off. We can't. We got $200 cash, that's it.
And leave your debit cards at home.
Yep.
Yeah. I like it. Okay, so my son is 20 years old and buys everything with cash. The thing we disagree on is that he is not saving for his future. What do you think that he should put back for his retirement, since Social Security probably won't be around when he reaches 65? I suggested buying a safe and putting 10% of his paycheck into it each week. He says 5% into the bank each week. I don't trust banks. What do you suggest?
Well, it depends on what he is. Has he taken FPU and is he ready to start saving?
Has
he paid off all of his debt yet? Does he have debt?
It sounds like he's good with cash, no debt, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Have him take $100 of his money and go buy a kit to a
FPU
financial
kit.
peace class. That will answer all of these questions, because he'll start learning about baby steps and what to do.
How to properly invest, because technically you shouldn't be putting it into just a savings account or a safe. It needs to be like in a Roth IRA or something like that.
He can make millions of dollars just by investing a little bit of money now. So investing it with the right people, and not necessarily banks, just investing with good companies, and you learn all of that in Financial Peace University. So send him that direction, and that's wonderful. He's on a good path. Not sure if we are still doing victory stories. We are always taking victory stories.
Absolutely, people.
But wanted to share mine for the week. I overheard my 13-year-old telling his friend who was spending the weekend with us that he would be using his blow money to order them a pizza. It really hit me how much he is learning and putting into place. Proud moment, Mom. Proud mom moment for sure. I love this.
Like they say, kids they catch things. It's more is caught than taught.
More is caught than taught. That's a Rachel Cruz quote. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. First of all, I would like to thank you two for your videos. It's refreshing to have a couple speak about financial issues in a positive and realistic way. My husband and I should be out of debt by my son's first birthday in March. Once we fund our emergency fund, we are planning on starting baby step 3B and saving for a down payment for our new house. Here's where my question comes in. We will be tearing down our current house to build our new one. Should we wait until after we get to baby step 7 and pay off our current mortgage, which isn't a lot of money, or should we build our new house after we have our emergency fund? I can't find any information about a situation like this online anywhere. Thanks again.
Well, if you still
all we can answer is what we would do in this situation.
Well, if you still owe money on the house that you're going to tear down, I would think that has to be paid off.
Yeah,
because
paid off.
That'd be weird, like making a payment on something that's now a burn pile.
Right.
You know, that'd be weird.
Yeah, get the house paid off and definitely have your baby steps 3 completed, 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, 3A needs to be completed before you do 3B.
Anybody who owns a home needs to have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. And we're working on ours. We kind of have done it backwards. But it's just that extra security because houses are stinking expensive.
Yes, ma'am.
So, anyway, yes. Yeah.
24/7 Chio.
Chow,
Cho, whatever that name is.
Can you share advice how you started your channel?
When we were in the hard place we were at, we got online to try to get some references and some information on how to do this and do it the right way, and there was nothing out there. So nothing that would work for us that was day after day or repetitive. It was more of a just do this plan and you're fine, or just do this and you're fine. So that's when we got together and we're like, you know, do we document this from point A to point B and all the hard times we're going to go through and all the good times we're going to go through? And
because we needed something after our financial peace class.
Yeah. To help, you know, when we pick up that camera and we turn it around and video clip, that's accountability right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're telling you guys to do something, we better be living it to be telling you guys that. And I tell you what, that's the best thing ever.
It has blessed us in so many ways, more than you know. So yeah, that's how we started our channels. We didn't find, it was a niche. We didn't find something that we were looking for on YouTube, and that was a family just like us going through the same thing.
Plus I was like, man, you're hot. You should be on TV. Right?
Oh my goodness. I wish he'd tell me this stuff off of camera.
Really? Oh, come on.
Snap. Okay. I've been watching your videos for almost 2 years. Y'all are so inspiring. I made my last car payment today.
Sweet.
Yay!
It probably drives better, doesn't it?
Definitely drives different. Yes, it does. Does anyone have any recommendations of budget booklets? This is a good question. I learn best by physically handwriting information down and reading from my handwriting, as opposed to typing and reading on a screen. So I feel my budgeting system would work best if I used a physical booklet I hand wrote in.
If you're talking for like budget, you can go to like Office Max, and they have a ledger's book, which is like a spreadsheet in a booklet that you do for handwriting, because a lot of people are like that. They want to see it handwritten out. I think it's called a ledger's book, isn't it?
Yes, and if you have to have something cute, because that does it for me. You have a house full of women. Cute is just, yeah, it's
cute. You can go buy yourself one of these composition books, and you can stamp a star on it or something, or glue a feather to it.
You know my addiction, people, with Etsy. If you've been around this channel for a while, you know I'm slightly addicted with the website Etsy. They have awesome people that have designed cute spreadsheets that you print off, and it's a whole bunch. Like, you can keep track of all your debts and everything, and it's in a cute format, and you just have to fill it in. So,
or you can print off Dave Ramsey's forms on a colored piece of paper, so it's cute.
Oh my goodness. Okay, asking again. We have to get this question in.
Okay.
Can you please explain the spelling of your channel and business name? I've gone back and watched almost all of your videos, and I cannot find an explanation.
This is the weird part, going back to documenting our journey, like 5-6 years ago when we first got on YouTube to see if there's any videos out there like this. We had to have a name so we could get on and like look up things and comment on other people's stuff. So we just she just made up the name one day. She didn't even tell me about it. I learned about it about 2 years after the name was already made.
This debt is dumb.
This debt is dumb.
No B.
So it's debt, DEBTISDUM.
Debt is dumb.
No B. There's no B on the dumb.
Right. I was going to say right here.
DEBTISDUM. Copyrighted.
I also like that when you wear a shirt out in public that it's proclaiming an important message that debt is actually really dumb. Because the world is telling you that it's not. Okay, here we go.
DEBTISDUM.com.
I'm sure they know how to spell it. They just want to... This went off into... I hope we answered your question somewhat in a decent way. Okay, need advice. Own a $22,000 vehicle. I pay $400 a month on gas alone. I cannot afford to sell it due to $8,000 negative equity. Anyone have any idea how to get out of this without making things worse, or do I have to suck it up and put on my big boy pants?
You gotta suck it up, sell your vehicle, and take your $8,000 negative. It'd be easier to go to sell your vehicle for what you can get out of it, so it sounds like you're gonna get $14,000 for your vehicle, and then keep an $8,000 loan at the credit union or wherever, and pay that off, call it stupid tax, and save your $400 a month on gas.
Yep. Get a $500 car.
Because if you have that, I'm upside down, I'm never gonna get out of it, well, newsflash, you're always, that gap is going to keep with you as the car decreases. That $8,000 upside down is going to, so until you either pay it off or just pay the stupid tax, that it's always going to be there.
If you can't pay it off quickly, then you need to sell it and suck it up.
Correct.
And put on your big boy pants. Okay, go grab the baby. She wants to make a cameo. She's purring. She's purring. So that's it, you guys. If we didn't get to your questions, please. Look at that cute baby! Like you don't see her in our daily vlogs, but on our Debt Kickin Sunday, she's grown a lot, hasn't she? Can you say hi? The camera's right there, Tennessee. Yeah. Yes. She goes, oh, there's toys up here. So anyway, thank you guys for the questions and comments, and subscribe to our channel so you can play along because we love doing this. And we'll see you next Sunday, the real next Sunday. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Signing off.
Say bye, TT. Look at Daddy. I forgot to ask was leave your questions and comments down below for this little girl's big sister Zoe, because she's going to take over Debt Kickin Sunday next weekend. And so someone suggested to let Zoe have her own segment. So we're going to give her her own shot. So any kid-related questions, anything directed just towards Zoe, we're going to let her take the stage. Leave it down below, and that will make her feel good. And hopefully she'll have fun answering your questions. So, okay. Mwah.